Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a prediction video based on the promo as well as the 2 sneak peeks that we have for Season 9, Episode 12 of The Walking Dead, which is titled Guardians. So this episode looks awesome. I'm really excited for it for a number of reasons. Obviously, being a huge comic book fan of The Walking Dead, a lot of the cool Carl and Lydia story arc stuff is going on here. This is when we actually are going to be able to see the Whisperers kind of at their home front, not really at their camp per se, because I don't know if they're going to get to their camp in this episode. It seems like they're just on the road, but Whisperers anyways, they don't really stay in one place usually. They usually just make a new camp every now and then, and they just call that a home for a little bit, and then they move on. And that's kind of how they roll. But I want to go through the promo as well as the 2 sneak peeks and kind of give you predictions as to what I think is going to happen, and just based off of these stuff. I'm not basing it off of spoilers. I'm not basing it off of any of that nonsense because I don't like basing my stuff off of that. It's not fun when you look at spoilers and then you know what's going to happen. It's not fun for me. So first things first, I want to take a look at the 2 sneak peeks. So the first one that we got, which is on AMC's page itself, is just pretty simple. It's just Lydia and Alpha talking as they're walking through a walker herd. Lydia's facial expressions are really well done. I think Cassidy McClinty's doing a fantastic job as Lydia, and you can just tell that just by this scene alone. I mean, obviously her other scenes are great too, but this is awesome. They talk about, well, Alpha's talking. She's not really talking. Alpha's talking about how she likes animals because they don't lie. They don't talk. They can't lie, and she's not really happy that her daughter is kind of acting like her lying was a bad thing because she's saying she had to lie, you know what I mean? So that makes sense. I think that's a cool conversation, but not the most necessary sneak peek they've ever given us. Then the other sneak peek is a little more interesting. Henry is kind of sneaking on the Whispers, and a walker attacks, or not a walker, but a Whisperer attacks him, and he fights it off, smacks it in the head with a stick. And then Henry gets grabbed by Beta, which Beta looks fantastic. I mean, he literally sounds like Thanos, which is insane. Really excited to see really excited to see Beta in action, possibly fighting against, well, obviously fighting against Daryl in at least the next few episodes. We know that because of the trailer. But probably fighting against Negan within the next season, I would assume. I'm really excited for that. Really looking forward to it. So those are 2 sneak peeks. Now let's get into the actual trailer itself. So I'm going to go through shot by shot different scenes that I liked here in the trailer. One thing was, of course, Beta talking to Alpha. He was talking about how they need to be ready to be able to protect themselves just in case more people come after them, because they obviously find that Henry's with them and they're probably like, oh, there's probably more of them out there. So that's not a good thing. We get Connie here, obviously using her communication through the writing on a piece of paper, which is definitely not the most efficient thing in the world, but what are you going to do? She's deaf. If they come across Whisperers, I think it's going to be a bit of an issue for them specifically, because Connie, obviously, she'll have trouble knowing exactly where they are, which could be an issue, but some deaf people do have really good senses because one of their senses is shut off completely, so the other senses are kind of heightened, I guess you could say. So her sight's going to be better. Probably her sense of just feeling just some kind of a gust of wind that doesn't feel right. Maybe someone's behind her. I feel like deaf people are pretty good at that shit, so maybe she will too. Then we have Michonne yelling at Father Gabriel for, I guess this is probably Father Gabriel with the radios and stuff, probably wanting to communicate with people further out there. Michonne's like, no, we can't be talking to people across the goddamn country or across the state. We need to stay in our community and worry about our people, not worry about people outside of us. And so he's getting into a bit of an argument. Here we have Beta. I have no idea. I think he's skinning a walker. That's what I thought at first, but then I was like, maybe he's putting a walker mask on to either Lydia or Henry, or he's definitely skinning a walker, because it gives me that impression. I don't know. Why does he stab the knife next to the tree? What is he doing with that? I don't know. Then we have Henry. It seems like Alpha just doesn't really, doesn't obviously kill him right away. We know from the comics what's probably going to happen here. So I'm really interested to see that. Then we have this scene here, which is Alpha with a bloody ass hand shushing some dude. I have no idea who this dude is. I assume he's a Whisperer. and maybe he broke the rules, maybe he did something wrong, and Alpha is going to kill him. And she obviously has already killed someone else, probably one of his friends. Maybe 2 people were doing it, and she already killed one of them, and now she's about to kill him. That's my best guess what's going on here. And then this scene, I'm really excited for because it looks really cool. Alpha and Lydia and Henry and all the other Whisperers are here in this dark area, and it looks like Alpha's just fed up with Henry. Maybe Henry tried to escape or something, and she's just fed up, so she throws a knife on the floor and probably, in my opinion, is going to tell Lydia to kill Henry. Just stab him in the guts. Kill him right here and there. And Beta's holding him down, obviously. And that's why Lydia's standing here, like, fearing for her life, because she doesn't want to do that, obviously. Obviously, she won't. Let's be real here. And then this scene is really cool with Alpha putting on her mask. I don't know. It looks really dope just the way she puts it on. So, yeah. That's kind of just predictions based on the promos and the sneak peeks. This episode is probably going to revolve around a few different things. It's going to revolve around Lydia and Henry with the Whispers, Michonne and Alexandria, and we do know from a few pictures that were released on Twitter that Negan will be in it, and Michonne will be talking to Negan in the cell, so we're going to see some of that. And it's going to revolve around Daryl and Connie and Dog looking for Henry. Those 3 storylines, I think, are going to be the main 3 things that happen within this episode, and those are the only characters that are really going to be present at all, which it sounds good to me. And I do think the episode will probably end with Daryl and Connie reaching Henry and finding where they are and maybe doing something, but they end up not doing something because they realize there's way too many of them and they don't really have, any choice but to wait it out and kind of see where things go so they can go in when there's not many Whisperers around. And I assume Henry will probably escape within the next few episodes. Maybe they're going to kidnap Daryl. I don't know. I think the Daryl versus Beta thing is going to happen in the next episode, so that's going to be really exciting. And then I think 14 is going to be some flashbacks with the Scar stuff. 15 is going to be, Michonne and Carol coming to help with the whole problem. Everyone kind of finding out about what's going on with the Whisperers, and they come to have to talk with Alpha herself, and then she's like, this is the Walker Herd. She shows him the Walker Herd. She's like, this is what I'll do to you if you guys even cross my lands again. Tells him to leave, and Henry and Lydia goes with Henry. She's like, I don't want you anymore. You're not my daughter. Screw you. Go off with Lydia or Henry. Go whatever do you want, right? They all leave. They start heading home, and then they reach the border later on, see all the heads of all the people that Alpha has chopped off their heads, put them on the pikes. They all see it. And then it goes into the finale where they're all like, holy shit. And then based off, this is the only thing I'm basing off of spoilers in this entire video, a blizzard will hit. A blizzard will hit. Apparently there's going to be this big blizzard in episode 16, which is really exciting. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.